Now, let's talk about some guys who may not be back in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform next year. Jack, I mean, new coaching staff is going to come in, and the Steelers are in a weird position roster wise. Out of, guys like Patrick Queen, do you think there's any shot he's not with the team? I don't know if you saw James
The James
Harrison
Harrison thing, yeah.
on the Debo and Joe show, shout out. He basically said that the Steelers have already cut Patrick Queen. I'll put that video in right now.
5 million
No, for sure. They can save
in
definitely.
cap space.
Yeah.
Now you go and you look at other people's contracts like that, and hell, they already let Queen go.
But what in the world was he even saying? Like, does he know something we don't know? I don't know. Do you think there's any chance that like someone like a Patrick Queen is not on this team? I don't think there's a chance they trade TJ Watt at least this year, but someone like Jalen Ramsey could be a cut candidate. Maybe Cam Hayward doesn't want to play for a new head coach. What are your opinions on like the core pieces of the Pittsburgh defense? Will they be on this team next year in any capacity?
So I'm going to
Whatever
say
you wanna do.
Patrick Queen. I'm going to say Patrick Queen, not a Steeler this year. He's making too much money. I mean, he's one of the top
Yeah.
5 highest paid guys on the team. His performance does not show that really whatsoever. I mean, some people think it does. Remember that tweet saying he was like the best linebacker in the AFC? Oh my goodness. I don't know where any of that stuff comes from. But my guess and my hope is that they do not retain Patrick Queen. And they cut him. I'm going to say Jalen Ramsey. I'm going to say because Shula, I think, is the guy they're going to hire. I hope.
Oh,
I'm going to say I think. I'm going to say Ramsey is still a Steeler. Shula coached Ramsey.
really? I guess that makes sense. I didn't make that connection.
I think Shula is – I think they're going to give him, like, the entire – or, like, authority to do whatever the hell he wants with the defense. But I think the fact that he coached Ramsey is going to keep him around. And I don't think Jalen Ramsey is at all bad. I think he's probably a little bit overpaid at this point. But I think he can help a good defense for sure. TJ Watt, like you said, there's no chance he ends up gone unless he chooses to be gone.
I don't
There's
want to
no
play
chance.
for anybody not named Mike Tomlin. All right. See ya.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Peace.
I mean, peace.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I get 90 off the books at $41 million a year, and I get a new head coach. Can this get any better? I mean, really. Can I throw a party? And now, guys, not TJ Watt hate. I think he's a Hall of Fame player. Love TJ Watt. But I'm just saying, in this given scenario, I wouldn't be, upset. I would kind of be jumping for joy. Patrick Queen, I think, makes a lot of sense as like a cut candidate. And apparently James Harrison knows the inside information. So maybe those guys will be back. Maybe they won't. But other guys that may or may not be a part of this football team next year, but pending free agents for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. Let's just start off with probably the most intriguing one, Kenneth Gainwell. I think he deserves to get paid, but I'll raise you this question. I talked about it at the top of the video. New coaching staff. Is there at all a chance that they're like, yeah, Kenneth Gainwell was awesome for this team. Like he did everything for him, let him in catches. That was last year. Like maybe not our guy. Let's say they make him an offer. He refuses it. They're not really willing to, negotiate a ton. They let Kenneth Gainwell walk. Is that at all a possibility, you think? Or you think I'd like to think Kenneth Gainwell is going to be on this team next year, though.
I think it's for sure a possibility. I mean, I obviously love Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, he did literally everything for this team on offense last year, but that also is slightly a product of Arthur Smith's offense. And I mean, maybe with a new offensive coordinator, there's just not as much use for him, which I hope isn't the case because I want to keep him around. I think him and Warren provide a good 1-2 punch or 1A, 1B situation. Gainwell's great on third downs. And I mean, if your starter's Jalen Warren and Gainwell leaves, I mean, you're going to need another guy for sure. And I don't understand why your other guy wouldn't just be Kenneth Gainwell. But I do agree with you. I think he's going to make more, obviously, a lot more money than he made this year. And I think he's worth it. So I know maybe if the Steelers offer him a contract and he thinks he's worth more, I mean, I wouldn't blame him. So I think it's definitely possible he ends up somewhere else, but I want to keep him around.
I agree with you. I'd like to keep him around. I'd like to keep him around for the right price. I think he's well earned a payday from the Steelers. But whether or not he gets it, I think is a little bit of an interesting conversation. I don't feel like anybody's really talked about that, is the fact that this new coaching staff, I think they're going to have a decent bit of say over their roster and over their coaching staff. I know Mike Tomlin probably had more power than he should have, but I don't think you can reasonably expect, Omar Khan to be holding Chris Shula or whoever is the head coach's hand as far as making the roster. Feels like that coach is going to have a decent bit of say. Maybe they don't want Kenneth Gainwell. I don't know why they wouldn't want him back, but just a thought, food for thought, I guess. Now, corners, we know the Steelers need at least one corner in the draft. There are some guys that I would probably bring back, but I'll read you the list. What guys would you bring back out of this? James Pierre, Asante Samuel Jr., Kyle Duggar, Miles Killebrew, Chuck Clark, and Jabril Peppers.
I'd bring Pierre back. He was good.
Agree.
I don't see a reason why they would let him go after he's managed to stay on this team every single year, even when he wasn't good. And then now that he is good, I don't understand why the Steelers wouldn't want to retain him. So I think James Pierre will be back. I didn't hear a whole lot of other guys that I would say I would make it a point to bring back. Asante Samuels, whatever.
Yeah, I'd give him an upside shot. Why
Sure,
not?
maybe. I mean,
I think he's going to be cheap.
He'll be
he's
cheap.
Going to be cheap.
So, yeah, I'll say sure. If Asante Samuel's cheap, that's cool with me. I'd bring Chuck Clark back as one of the depth, maybe like a depth DB safety type situation. I hope he's not the starter, but he was pretty good this year. And the role that he had, Miles Killebrew, I'm sure they'll bring back. Special teams legend. Signed my football one time.
Shout out.
Peppers is more gone than anybody I think I've ever seen ever. Kyle Duggar, fire him into the sun. It's up to me. That's about it, though. I mean, I think that's everybody that was mentioned.
I mean, I agree. I would bring back Pierre. I think he's cheap, and he had a phenomenal year this year. I would bring back Asante on a cheap deal. Kyle Duggar, he's probably gone. I don't know. He was decent for at least the first couple of games we traded for him. It was a decent move by Omar Khan. We paid nothing to get him. He made some impact plays. He, pushed the defense over the top for a couple of games, I'd say. Had a big pick six, made some big plays, but I could take it or leave it. Miles Killebrew, I would bring him back, but because Danny Smith is gone, do we think there's any chance he's like, I want to go play for Danny Smith down in Tampa? Possibility. It's a real possibility. Danny Smith could literally poach one of our players. That's the point we're at right now with the Steelers. We could have Danny Smith poach Miles Killebrew from us.
That would be truly unbelievable.
That would be awesome.
I'd officially have seen it all at that point.
And yeah, I don't know. Chuck Clark, if he's a depth guy, sure. Jabril Peppers, I remember when we signed him and people were hyped up. He is a big name. Everybody remembers him playing in Michigan. Nobody knows what the hell he does in the NFL.
Nobody knows number 40 with the Guardian cap now. I mean, it's like a whole different player than he was.
Quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Skylar Thompson are pending free agents. Bring an A-Rod back?
Hopefully not. I mean, listen, I don't think Rodgers was necessarily terrible for us. He's only getting older, and I want to move on. Skylar Thompson, I mean, I could see them re-signing him. It's like a third string backup type situation. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, I hope they don't bring back Aaron Rodgers. I don't think they will either.
Yeah, I don't think they will. If it was up to me, I wouldn't bring either of them back either, even though I'm a big Aaron Rodgers guy, as we all know. Wide receivers, Calvin Austin is a free agent. We're going to draft receivers and get rid of him. Not that he's bad. He's just like, well, I can't have him as wide receiver. If they want to bring him back,
you want my prediction?
Yeah, what's your prediction?
Say he's 100% going to be a Steeler next year. He feels like a Steeler for life kind of guy. I don't know.
You're probably right.
I don't hate Austin. If he's like the 4,
I don't hate him.
If he's like
just
the
hate
3
him
or
as my
4,
wide receiver too.
A core of like DK, we'll say, just for the sake of it, we'll say DK, Concepcion, Calvin Austin. I mean, that's not bad, is it?
It's frustrating.
I mean, you got DK and another first round receiver, then a guy that can stretch the field. I mean, I don't know. Calvin Austin might be our best deep ball receiver, which is sad considering DK's build and athleticism. I don't know.
Yeah. Other guys, Adam Thielen retired, Scotty Miller and Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Not interested in bringing any of those guys back, just to be perfectly honest with you. Offensive linemen, Isaac Seumalo, Andrus Peat, Max Sharping, Ryan McCollum, and Jack Driscoll. Would you bring Seumalo back? I don't know. That offensive line, man, it was a good unit for the Steelers this year. It feels like they finally have it figured out. I don't know.
I'd have to look at the pending free agent guards, but to me, yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what his market would be. I don't think he has too big of a market.
I don't know how much we'd have to pay him. If it's like somewhat, I don't want to say cheap because he's a good player, but like if it's like a reasonable price, then yeah, I think it's fine because I mean the line is the best it's been in a while, and I don't understand why you'd want to change that.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I like the idea of picking up Broderick Jones' fifth-year option and bringing Dylan Cook in, and like Dylan Cook can kind of like play guard, tackle, whatever. I think you try Cook maybe at guard. Is that such a crazy idea? But again, I think the Steelers will draft a guard, or they'll pick one up in free agency, or maybe they'll just re-sign Samalo, because I think that is probably the most likely scenario of all of this, because he's a really good player. Yeah, he's a little bit older, but he's someone who's been at the Steelers for several years now, fits the system, and this offensive line's finally turning the corner. That feels like one I think that they definitely resign. Cole Holcomb at linebacker is our only pending free agent. No thoughts on that. I don't care, really. Outside linebacker, Jeremiah Moon, whatever. Defensive lineman, Daniel Ukele, Dean Lowry, Isaiah Loudermilk, Estezi Otomewo. Are you into any of them?
No.
Up in the air.
Loudermilk will somehow be a Steeler next year. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, because Kevin Colbert traded up for him in the 5th round of the 2021 draft, right?
The best part about it is like who trades up in the 5th round? Like
Kevin Colbert for Isaiah Loudermilk. I love how everybody remembers that too. Like that's like the one that people remember. Because you're sitting there on the couch, you're watching, you're like, holy shit, the Steelers traded up. Isaiah fucking Loudermilk. Legend. I love him forever for that. That shit was funny. Tight ends, Connor Hayward and Donald Parham. Connor Hayward, I will see you in Valhalla, my friend. No more. No more tush push. I'm good.
I think we will
see
Connor Hayward will not be a Steeler next year.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way. Especially like, does Cam want to play for anybody but Mike Tomlin? I'm assuming he's going to be back, and he's going to be one of the best players on the team. So maybe they bring Connor Hayward back for nepotism purposes. That's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see the Connor Hayward tush push ever again. I think that dies with Arthur Smith, but who knows? And then punter, Corliss Waitman. Let me do a little punter rant. Corliss Waitman was terrible this year. I'm not sure why he made the team over Cameron Johnston. I was kind of shocked when that happened, and I still remain shocked to this moment because the Steelers have not been able to figure out punter for over 5 years. They drafted Presley Harvin. He was terrible. Faded out in a couple years. We constantly had backup punters because he kept getting hurt. Corliss Waitman wins the job, and he was not good this year. The Steelers need to draft a punter. That's what they need to do. I don't know if there's any big punter free agents. I know whenever they cut Presley Harvin the first time, I was a big Tommy Townsend guy. I pushed that narrative. I'm like, we need this guy. This guy's good. We didn't get him, obviously, but they went the route of Corliss Waitman, Cameron Johnston. They need something like that. That's my punter rant.
Yeah, I mean, Corliss Waitman wasn't good. I probably wouldn't bring him back. And I mean, there's going to be plenty of options. I mean, whether through free agency or the draft. I mean, I'm assuming the punter is going to be somebody different.
Yeah, dude. I agree. All right. So overall, this free agent class for the Steelers, I'd categorize it as low priority. I don't think any of these guys are like super glaring. Like if we let them walk, we're like, no, oh my God, I can't believe we didn't do that. I guess I would be like that with Kenneth Gainwell. I'll take that back. But outside of Kenneth Gainwell, I wouldn't be upset if they didn't bring any of these guys back. They need new blood. They need new guys, new everything. This is a new era of Steelers football, the new standard, and the standard is a standard. Yep. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see next. We'll talk to you guys soon.